Hello and welcome to today's class. Today we're going to spend most of our time on the ground and we're going to do a bit of longer holds. But we'll begin as always in a comfortable seated position and gently close the eyes, bringing the awareness within. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with an audible sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. And return the breath to a normal, steady pace, in and out through the nose. And just take a moment to arrive on your mat today, remembering that your mat is a sacred space, a safe space to come as you are. So just greeting yourself without trying to change or force anything. Just accepting yourself exactly as you are and where you are in this moment. We'll inhale the hands to the heart, bow the chin to the chest, and set a collective intention of presence. So I invite you to find presence on your mat today and through this practice. We'll gently open the eyes and we're going to begin on our bellies today. So gently coming down onto the belly, we're actually going to press the hands under the shoulders and then gently press up. So if this is feeling like too deep of a stretch, you can always come down into Sphinx on the elbows. But if not, we're going to do more of a seal pose. So hands come to the outside edges of the mat and we press the chest open, getting that deep stretch down the spine. We'll take a deep inhale through the nose, sending breath all the way down the spine. And exhale with a sigh. Another deep breath in. And we'll gently exhale, lowering the chest down to the mat. Left cheek will meet the mat. We're going to put the arms by our sides, palms facing down. On the inhale, we'll gently lift the chest. On the exhale, opposite cheek meets the mat. Again, inhale, lifting the chest. On the exhale, opposite cheek meets the mat. This time we're going to inhale, lifting the chest, lifting the arms. Exhale, we come down. On the inhale, again, lifting chest and arms. On the exhale, gently coming down. Okay, on this next one, we're going to inhale, chest, arms, and legs, balancing on the pelvis. On the exhale, we gently come down. Again, inhaling, chest, arms, and legs. On the exhale, we gently lower. On this next one, we're going to inhale, chest, arms, and legs. Option to hold here or option to bend at the knees, grabbing the ankles, and then we press the ankles away into bow pose. So breathing here as we hold, getting a deep stretch and an opening. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, gently releasing. Hands are going to come by your sides at a 90-degree angle. And we're going to bring the left cheek to the mat. On the inhale, we're going to bend the right knee all the way up to the shoulder. And just hold here for a few cycles of breath. One more deep inhale here. On the exhale, releasing the right leg. Opposite cheek meets the mat, so shifting the right cheek to the mat. Again, on the inhale, we're going to bring the left knee as far up as you can toward the elbow. Getting a stretch and opening through the hips. And pausing for a few rounds of breath. On the inhale, releasing the leg. We're going to press ourselves up onto all fours. So wrists are directly under the shoulders, knees are under the hips. We're going to tilt the tailbone up toward the sky, as well as the chin coming into cow pose. On the exhale, we gently round through the spine, tucking chin into chest, cat pose. We slowly inhale, coming back. On the exhale, we round. So just taking a few rounds at the pace of your own breath. Allowing your breath to guide you through your movement. Okay, slowly coming back to center from here, keeping the hips lifted above the knees. We're going to walk the hands forward, bringing the forehead down to the mat. So again, hips stay lifted. We're going to kind of press into the palms of the hands. So actively stretching through the arms and pausing here. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, sending breath all the way down the spine. And we exhale with a long, audible sigh. One more deep breath in through the nose. And we exhale. On the next inhale, we're going to release the right arm, weave it underneath the body, and rest on the shoulder. Gaze follows that extended arm, keeping the hips lifted above the knees. And breathing here as we hold. And one more deep breath in. And we exhale, slowly coming up through center, going on to the other side. So right arm extends, left arm will weave underneath the body. And we pause here. Continuing to breathe as we hold. On the next inhale, slowly coming through center. Now we're going to take the soles of the feet together, separate the knees, shift back, child's pose. Arms are going to spread wide on the mat, fingers spread, forehead to the earth. And arms are active, elbows lifted. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose, sending breath all the way down the spine. And we exhale, allowing the breath to gently pour out. Another deep inhale. And we exhale. On your next inhale, hands come all the way off the mat to the right hand side. Exhaling when you get there. Another deep inhale. And an exhale. Option to take the right arm, we're going to wrap it around to the opposite hip and just gently look up to the sky, opening up slightly through the shoulder for a little bit of a twist. Deep breath in and an exhale, releasing the arms. We inhale back through center, exhale opposite side, so arriving here. On your next inhale, option to take the same. So left arm wraps around to the opposite hip and we gently open up through the shoulder, looking up to the sky. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, we release the arms, walking back through center. From here, pressing up. Knees are about hip width distance apart. We're going to tuck the toes under and just have a seat. From here, taking the hands behind, interlacing the fingers, we inhale to open up through the chest, and we're going to hold it here. So getting a deep stretch through the toes and then also through the shoulders, opening through the heart, looking up to the sky. A few more cycles of breath here. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, releasing the arms, releasing the toes. And then just sitting on the backs of the feet. From here, we inhale, arms up. On the exhale, we're going to gently twist. Knee comes to the hand. And then this arm will just kind of wrap around the lower back as we look over the shoulder, holding here. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, gently twisting. We inhale, lifting arms up. Exhale, other side. So front hand comes to the knee. This opposite arm is going to wrap around. And then we gently look over the shoulder. Deep inhale. And an exhale. One more deep inhale. And we exhale, slowly coming back through center. From here, coming into a downward dog. Hands are planted into the earth. We're going to tuck the toes, coming into a downward dog. And just settling in. So slowly lowering the heels to the earth, pressing the chest through the shoulders. Hands are about shoulder width apart, feet are hip width distance apart. From here, we're going to step forward with the right foot, dropping the back knee, untucking the toes, and just pausing, lifting arms up and pausing here in a low lunge. So shifting those hips forward, arms reach toward the sky. Breathing here as we hold. Deep inhale. We exhale, slowly lowering hands to the earth. From here, option to tuck the back foot in and try to reach around and grab it with the opposite arm. Opening, looking up to the sky. If you can't reach it, then just, you can keep the hand on the hip and just bend the knee as much as you can. Deep inhale. On the exhale, slowly coming back forward. We're going to take the right hand to the inside, so both hands are to the inside of the foot. We're going to walk the foot out slightly and then gently come onto the outside edge, opening the knee up. So this is going to, so taking the knee out, opening up through the hip, and then just shifting the hips forward and breathing here. Deep inhale and an exhale. One more deep inhale. On the exhale, slowly coming back through center. We're going to plant the left hand to the inside now. Right arm reaches to the sky and we pause here in a twist. Gaze follows the extended hand, looking to the fingers or up to the sky. Breathing in. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, we slowly wind back through center. From here, we're going to straighten through the front leg, walk the hands back, toes point toward the sky. We'll gently tuck the chin into the chest, releasing the back of the neck and getting a deep stretch through the back of the leg. Taking a deep inhale here. On the exhale, slowly walking the hands forward, we send the right leg back, downward facing dog. And going on to the other side, we lift the left leg high, just stepping forward, dropping the back knee, untucking the toes, and then just slowly coming forward, low lunge. So again, shifting those hips forward, reaching to the sky, looking up to the sky. And breathing into the pose as we hold. And deep inhale here. On the exhale, hands come forward. And again, option, we're going to tuck the back leg back and then try to reach for the ankle if you can reach it, knowing that both sides may be different. And just twisting, looking up toward the sky. Deep breath in here. On the exhale, we slowly release. We're going to take both hands to the inside, again, walking that front foot out, and then coming to the outside edge of the foot as we open the knee to the side, shifting the hips forward. We'll take a few cycles of breath here as we hold. Continuing to breathe, slightly shifting the hips a little bit more forward. On the next inhale, we walk the foot back through center. Hands now frame the foot. Right hand stays planted. We inhale, lifting left arm to the sky, looking up to the sky. So a gentle twist through the spine. Continuing to breathe. Deep inhale here. On the exhale, winding down, we're going to send the leg back, separating the knees again, heels come together, child's pose. So meeting yourself in your second child's pose for the day. And pausing here. Okay, on the inhale, slowly coming up, downward facing dog. We're going to gently step to the top of the mat. And we're going to bring the toes and the heels together, deeply bend through the knees, and we're going to wrap the arms around. So forward fold, wrapping the arms around the back of the legs, tucking the chin in toward the chest. You can stay here with knees bent, or just gently straighten through the legs, allowing the head to hang. Two more cycles of breath here. Okay, we're going to release the arms, keep that gentle bend through the knees, separate the feet about hip width distance apart, and then very gently and slowly coming up, one vertebrae at a time. Inhale, arms meet. On the exhale, hands come to the heart. From here, we're going to take a step back and open up through the legs. Hands come to the hips. We inhale here. On the exhale, we're going to gently dive forward, bowing down to the earth. Hands meet the earth if you can reach. We'll gently tuck the chin into the chest. Pausing here in a forward fold, getting a deep stretch through the back of the legs. We're going to plant the left hand to the center. We're going to inhale, right arm reaching to the sky, pausing here in a spinal twist. Gaze follows the extended arm. And deep inhale. And we exhale, diving forward. Opposite side, right hand plants. We inhale, lifting left arm to the sky. Gaze follows the extended arm. And continuing to breathe as we hold. Deep inhale. We exhale, coming forward. One more time, we're going to inhale, lifting left arm to the sky. We're going to wrap it around, opening up through the shoulder, looking up to the sky. Deep inhale. And an exhale. Inhaling here, we exhale, diving forward, other side, lifting left arm to the sky, wrapping it around the back, opening up through the shoulder. We'll inhale here. On the exhale, diving forward. From here, deeply bending the knees and slowly coming up one vertebrae at a time, and then gently taking a seat. From here, we're going to open up through the legs. Inhale, lifting up. On the exhale, we're going to gently bow forward, tucking the chin into the chest. And just taking a few deep breaths here. Okay, on the next inhale, walking hands up. We'll bring the soles of the feet together. With a straight spine, we inhale. On the exhale, diving forward, tucking the chin into the chest. And a few more cycles of breath here. On the inhale, slowly pressing up, bringing the legs together, and gently closing the eyes, ending where we began. We'll take a deep breath in through the nose. Release with a sigh. One more deep breath in. And we release with a smile. Bringing the hands to the heart, bowing the chin to the chest. And just taking this final moment of gratitude. Thanking yourself for showing up on your mat today to take care of you, body, mind, and heart. Namaste. Thank you so much. I'll see you all tomorrow.